Zohran Mamdani is a kingmaker. He's not just a politician who wins for himself.
There are many Mamdanis popping up all around the country. It is a dangerous thing. This is not a joke.
If you believe in prayer, pray for him. If you believe in sending light and love or, any of that, send it to him, because we all know what this country does to people who stand up on principles and truth and real justice.
Kalau hari ini nama Zohran Mamdani menjadi sorotan di Amerika, banyak orang mungkin mengira ia lahir dari keluarga politik. Padahal kenyataannya justru berbeda. Ibunya adalah Mira Nair, seorang sutradara yang pernah masuk nominasi Oscar dan dikenal lewat film-film yang mengangkat kisah masyarakat Asia Selatan serta kehidupan para imigran. Sementara ayahnya, Mahmud Mamdani, merupakan profesor ilmu politik di Columbia University. Zohran lahir pada tahun 1991. Saat usianya 5 tahun, keluarganya sempat pindah ke Afrika Selatan sebelum akhirnya kembali menetap di New York. Menariknya, ketika berusia 11 tahun, sebuah majalah di New York pernah mewawancarainya. Saat ditanya apa yang ia inginkan, jawabannya sederhana: buku dan SimCity 3000, sebuah permainan komputer yang mengajak pemain membangun sekaligus mengelola sebuah kota. Mungkin saat itu tak ada yang menyangka, anak yang gemar membaca dan memainkan simulasi membangun kota itu kelak benar-benar terjun ke dunia politik. Saat mulai berkampanye, Zohran dikenal aktif mendatangi berbagai komunitas. Ia berbicara di masjid, gereja, bertemu supir taksi, hingga para pekerja malam. Dengan satu pesan, ia ingin menjadi wakil bagi seluruh warga New York.
Today is the 12th day of our hunger strike. The 12th day where we have deprived ourselves of the most basic elements of human dignity.
Zohran Mamdani is huge. He's a friend. He's a brother. We were out there 45 days. Under the snow, under the rain, the cold. Zohran Mamdani was with us.
Namun, yang membuat namanya menjadi perbincangan nasional bukanlah latar belakang keluarganya, juga bukan semata identitasnya sebagai seorang Muslim, melainkan satu julukan: Kingmaker.
Zohran Mamdani is a kingmaker. He's not just a politician who wins for himself. He's a politician whose endorsement carries so much weight that voters listen when he speaks. And last night proved that. Every single candidate that he endorsed won. Not some of them, all of them.
This is something of a political earthquake. NBC News projects that in the 13th Congressional District of New York, challenger Darializa Avila Chevalier has defeated 5-term incumbent Adriano Espaillat.
Julukan Kingmaker tentu tidak datang tanpa konsekuensi. Ketika pengaruh seseorang mulai membesar, sorotan pun berubah menjadi kekhawatiran. Bagi para pendukungnya, Zohran Mamdani adalah simbol perubahan. Namun bagi sebagian lawan politiknya, ia justru dianggap sebagai ancaman bagi masa depan Amerika. Berikut salah satu pernyataan yang paling banyak menyita perhatian, disampaikan oleh Ketua DPR Amerika Serikat, Mike Johnson.
There are many Mamdanis popping up all around the country. It is a dangerous thing. This is not a joke. We're in a fight right now to save the republic. And every American needs to take this seriously. You need to wake up. This upcoming midterm election is not the midterm elections of years ago. This is going to decide the direction of the country. Are we going to maintain our status as a constitutional republic on our 250th anniversary? Or are we going to make a new choice and go down some road towards a communist utopia? That's the choice right now. We've been saying for months it's a contrast election. We've been saying it's a contrast between common sense and crazy.
So that was Republican Speaker of the House Mike Johnson, and him and many Republicans today this morning, they are crashing out over the fact that a bunch of Democratic socialists endorsed by Zohran Mamdani won their elections last night. And I just want to say this, man, this communist utopia that he is describing, it's cool with me, man. I'm down with that. Am I supposed to act like that's a bad thing? It's fine with me. Why do you think that all these Republicans, even Donald Trump this morning was upset over this? Why do you think they're this upset over all these establishment Democrats losing their elections to more progressive candidates? Oh, it's almost like moderate Democrats are pretty aligned with Republicans, and they are afraid of real change happening in this country. But guess what? Too bad. You're not going to do anything to stop this. There's nothing they can do.
Namun, semakin besar pengaruh seseorang, semakin besar pula sorotan yang mengikutinya. Tak lama setelah dijuluki Kingmaker, Zohran Mamdani kembali menjadi pusat perdebatan. Kali ini bukan karena kemenangan politik, melainkan karena ucapannya tentang AIPAC yang memicu tuduhan serius. Dalam wawancara tersebut, Zohran dituduh menggunakan bahasa yang dianggap menghidupkan stereotip antisemit ketika mengkritik AIPAC. Tuduhan seperti ini bukan perkara ringan di Amerika, karena isu antisemitisme termasuk salah satu isu paling sensitif dalam dunia politik. Namun, Zohran membantah tuduhan tersebut. Ia menegaskan bahwa kritiknya ditujukan kepada AIPAC sebagai sebuah organisasi lobi politik, bukan kepada komunitas Yahudi secara keseluruhan.
Democratic Congressman Josh Gottheimer, we're alarmed by the language you used at the rally last week, calling AIPAC monsters who move dark money. These are phrases that invoke old anti-Semitic tropes and conspiracy theories. What do you say to those who are concerned that the language you used is dangerous?
Now, I want to be very clear. We're talking about a status quo where children are being killed on a daily basis. More than 1,000 Palestinians have been killed by the Israeli military since the so-called ceasefire. Even an Al Jazeera journalist, Ahmed Wishah, was killed this past Saturday by an Israeli strike. And when I am speaking about AIPAC, I'm speaking about an organization that has been supportive of the status quo. And I think that it is important that when we ask ourselves how such death and destruction is happening overseas, we also name those who allow it to take place.
That is true leadership. That is real change happening in real time. Zohran Mamdani is showing true leadership. He is trying to affect real change. He's been shaking up the establishment since he took over. And they threatened they were going to leave New York, and Zohran Mamdani didn't give a about them leaving. Okay, motherfucker, you're still going to pay this tax. The last thing I want to say about New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani is this. If you believe in prayer, pray for him. If you believe in sending light and love or, any of that, send it to him. Because we all know what this country does to people who stand up on principles and truth and real justice. But hats off to you, New York City Mayor. You are showing not just leadership in New York City, but you are setting the bar for national politics.
Terlepas dari berbagai perdebatan yang mengiringinya, satu hal sulit dibantah. Dalam waktu yang relatif singkat, Zohran Mamdani berhasil membuktikan bahwa usia muda, latar belakang sebagai anak imigran, bahkan identitasnya sebagai seorang Muslim, bukan penghalang untuk mengambil peran di panggung politik Amerika. Namun dalam Islam, keberanian saja belum cukup. Keberanian harus berjalan bersama amanah, kejujuran, dan keadilan. Sebab kekuasaan bukanlah hadiah, melainkan titipan yang kelak akan dimintai pertanggungjawaban. Rasulullah Shallallahu Alaihi Wasallam pernah bersabda, "Setiap kalian adalah pemimpin, dan setiap kalian akan dimintai pertanggungjawaban atas kepemimpinannya." Mungkin inilah pelajaran terbesar dari kisah Zohran Mamdani. Seorang pemimpin tidak akan pernah bisa memuaskan semua orang. Akan selalu ada yang mendukung, dan akan selalu ada yang mengkritik. Tetapi selama keberanian itu berpijak pada keadilan dan amanah, seorang pemimpin akan tetap dikenang bukan karena popularitasnya, melainkan karena nilai yang ia perjuangkan. Bagaimana menurut kalian? Apakah Zohran Mamdani akan menjadi salah satu tokoh yang benar-benar mengubah wajah politik Amerika? Tulis pendapat kalian di kolom komentar. Saya ingin membaca sudut pandang kalian.